up everyone, this is Draco Evolve. Liverpool 2, Manchester United 0. This is the match review and we've been humbled. I think the 2-0 scoreline, if I'm being absolutely honest, flattered us a little bit. But we'll get to the match, sort of what's happened in the match, what my thoughts are in the match. This was the lineup. We went for a 5-3-2 formation. I did have an inkling that we are going to play a 5-3-2 formation. My predicted scoreline was 2-1 to Liverpool. I always thought that we might end up getting a goal, given the fact that our record against the top six and the way that we counter-attack. But obviously that counter-attacking threat is carried mainly by the man and only Marcus Rashford. We just found out today that Marcus Rashford will be out for 2 to 3 months, which is a disaster for our top 4 chances, disaster for anyone really. You know, to have Marcus Rashford in your team is a positive for any team in the world. To lose him for 2-3 months in such a crucial stage of the season, you know, the top 4 running, the Europa League knockout stages coming up, and you got the FA Cup coming up, and him also being so important to us, you know, winning games for us, scoring loads of goals for us. Now it leaves us very, very light. We are already light as it is, but now it's like, now we've got Martial, James and sort of like Greenwood, you can say, as our only recognised strike force. Beyond that, nobody else. This was the lineup, 5-3-2, as I said before. Wan-Bissaka had a poor game in my opinion. He didn't have the best of games. I don't think he suits in the right back or wing back position, you can say. Williams had a decent game. Back 4, look, Shaw went off injured today again. Towards the end of the game, it can be, his fitness levels are poor and it's appalling, and he's gone off injured. Lindelof, I think he had a rocky game. There were times where, I mean, when Firmino scored, which eventually got disallowed, it was Lindelof's, a combination of a few things, but eventually Lindelof's pass straight onto Firmino's feet that ended up being disallowed at the end. Let's look at the first goal. So first goal, Virgil van Dijk scored from a set piece. They are a threat from the set piece. Everybody knows that. I don't understand why we're doing still this zonal marking crap that we've seen with United and under Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and his coaching staff. It doesn't work. Keep it basics, you know. Just get your man and mark that guy and mark it until the ball is cleared. Don't wait. With a zonal marker, you're practically waiting for the ball to come into a specific position and then attacking that position. You're being reactive rather than proactive. You know, you wait for the ball to come, then you react to it. Why? You should be in position well in advance, ready to react to it. And you look at the oncoming defender, opposition defender. In the case of Van Dijk, he's coming at quite a lot of pace, and you are standing still in a zonal mark. Him coming at a lot of pace, how are you going to move from 0 miles to 10 miles per hour to even get in front of him or block him off? You cannot do that. And that's exactly what happened. Brandon Williams was marking the space in front of Lindelof and Maguire. Van Dijk just walked in and just overpowered, and it was 1-0. And we had a disallowed goal, De Gea. Well, they had 2 disallowed goals, really. De Gea getting fouled by Van Dijk. For me personally, maybe that wasn't a foul that should have stood, but I'll take that. We rolled our luck. And obviously Firmino's goal being disallowed. Went into halftime 1-0. I don't know how we went into halftime 1-0. It should have been more. And I couldn't believe at times what I was watching. Yes, Pereira had a fantastic chance. He made a lot of mistakes. Again, he's not a United player. I don't understand why he's still playing for us, and that's the case with a lot of these players. You look at our midfield, Fred had a growing influence throughout the game. Matic had a decent game. Pereira was just awful. And we need serious investment, man. I don't know what to say. In the second half, God, for the first 10 minutes, it was Liverpool against Liverpool's goal, really. Not even De Gea had chances to save. They hit the bar. They were pressing us for 10 minutes and absolutely destroyed us. They were clearly looking for a second goal. I don't know, again, as most of you have watched the match or seen the reports, no chance that we should have stayed 1-0. But we were lucky, and towards the end, Liverpool kind of went deeper and deeper, and there was a growing anxiety in the game. And but we never actually had any clear-cut chances apart from one shot from Martial. Now Martial, I have never seen him put his laces on the ball and smash a ball. I barely can. So it beggars belief that why he will do that in such a magnitude game. I mean, if he just placed it, which he is the strongest at, we would have got a goal because he was clean through and a clear shot on goal, and he just lashes at the ball. It ended up being 1-0. To be frank, this is almost like a free hit game. Everybody expected us to lose. What can you say? What can you say? I'm not going to go for Liverpool's formation. So you look at the stats, just quick glance at the stats. Salah scored right at the end, but we put everyone forward and Salah ran through, and his first goal against United in a number of years. Possession wise, they dominated. Shots, they dominated. I cannot remember if we had a shot on target. Even if there was one, it was very, very tamed. Not any clear cut chances. You can see it's just been awful. Going through the stats, stats say one thing, but the match itself, for anyone that's kind of watching the game, it was such an appalling display of football from Manchester United. There was no plan B. Stuck with the same formation. Oli made the substitutes in the 70th minute. Should have made them earlier. Andres Pereira was awful, absolutely awful. When Mata came on, things were at least ticking and moving. There was progress, you can say, as Oli would like to say. So disappointed in the performance overall, in my opinion. Man of the match for me, if I had to choose one, obviously this being a United channel, I'm going to pick a United game. I can't think of anyone being a standout for us. If I have to give one, I think Matic had a decent game. He was composed. He used his body very well in regards to Liverpool attacking us. But it's just an overall poor performance. Andres Pereira, extremely poor game. Wan-Bissaka, poor game. Lindelof, poor game. Dan James, poor game. I don't see anything happening in terms of how United is going through the season. We've got injuries galore everywhere. We had Rashford out now, Pogba out, Rashford out, McTominay out, Luke Shaw getting injured today, and these are big injuries. These are long-term injuries. You look at McTominay out for 6 to 8 weeks. Pogba's been out for most of the season. Rashford is now potentially, or not potentially, it has been confirmed that he's got double back problem, because Oli risked him at Wolves, and now he's out for 2-3 months, and it's just, we're decimated. I don't know what to say. I mean, you look at the back line, who do you bring in? Where's the depth in that? You look at the midfield, no depth, because you just no depth. Tell me, guys, where is the depth? You look at the front. I always said that if we are literally one flipping injury away from any position, and it's a disaster. Not that it's not a disaster as it is already. Rashford is now out. Now we've got a recognised striker of Greenwood, who's a youth prospect, Martial, hit and miss, and Dan James, who should not be starting games all the time. And that's it. Do you expect the likes of Matt to step up? Matt is aging. Lingard to step up? Yes, I want Lingard to step up now, but I don't know. I have no hope in that. We desperately need signings, and I don't think, even despite the fact that Manchester United's injury was, we needed 2 signings anyway. Now that Rashford's injured, you look at when we went in for Haaland, we clearly, something went wrong there. Having Haaland now, it's going to help us so much. You still got a long way to the season. You got 20 plus games still to go across all competitions, and you're telling me that we're going to keep all these players fit? I don't think so. Now Ollie's going to play Martial to the ground, and that's exactly what's going to happen. We desperately need signings, and these owners are running the club into the ground. I feel sorry for Ollie. I am sure he wants signings. He's got his hands tied in his back. But what I do not agree is him coming out and saying, I'm happy with the squad 2 weeks ago, or talking about value in the market. That is clearly not his words. He's a puppet. That I cannot understand. That I do not agree with. And it's so disappointing to see. Look at the table now. Obviously, Still chasing the top 4. We're still 5 points behind Chelsea. Chelsea lost 1-0. But look at the gap between United and Liverpool. It's 30-point gaps. 30-point gap. I don't know. I don't know what to say. And if we're not careful, Wolves are right behind us, along with Sheffield United. I mean, Wolves are level on points. Just goal difference, we're ahead of them. And we got Burnley next, who are firmly towards the other end of the table, which puts, I don't know, we'll have doubts on that. Again, I'll do a match preview on that. And but anyways, guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Do you agree with the result? Do you think we deserve to lose by more than 1-0? You know, we deserve to lose the game. Let's face it. But did we really deserve to lose more than one goal? I think we did. We got away with that big time. And again, there was no plan B. Again, there was no plan B. As always, guys, stay far.